On the screen, the story starts to play. Every frame a treasure, lost it yesterday. This communal vibe, it's a hip scene. Together we laugh, joy in between, yeah. Watch all the movies. Watch all the movies. Watch all the movies. Watch all the movies. Hit the grams, we're all in sync. No broken ties, just let the flow think. Dance at the time, that's how we roll. Feeling the groove, that heart and soul. From black and white, the colors that glow. Each flicker reminder, love will show. Great stories told from days gone. We gather together, let's keep moving on, yeah. Watch all the movies. Watch all the movies. Watch all the movies. Watch all the movies. In a world where things are home, we create our magic, it's our zone. Join the fun, share every line. In the realm of film, our spirits shine. Watch all the movies.
Greetings from somewhere. I am your host, Dylan, and we are going to watch some wacky clips, followed by a Rumble exclusive of Tales from the Crypt and Get a Life with Chris Elliott. I'm joined today by Sperg. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, I feel a little bit shot out of a cannon compared to normal. I got my day going nice and early, getting my oil changed, but that's not very fascinating. You know what is fascinating, though?
I have no clue what's fascinating.
Boobs.
Oh, yes.
To start us off, I have a compilation, Perv Talk. I believe this one is subtitled
Nice.
White Girls. So a bunch of basic bitches that we're going to check out in our pre-show, including a main event of a girl we've seen. Haven't seen her for a while, with a fun little gimmick going on. Some nice chill Mr. Blue Sky music, because YouTube, it wouldn't be a big fan of whatever copyrighted music she was listening to.
Copyrighted, got it.
Hold it till the end, Eckel. That is when you want to get to the compilation. Some people have content, and some people just go live. I guess I'm a little bit of both. I pulled this content, but it's not really much. I'm just going live, like she did here. But if you do look close, she does have some pointy nipples in that shirt. It's not a shirt conducive to a wet t-shirt contest, but the nipples are just, it's a little hello. Hi, how you doing?
Just a nice little subtle glimpse, yeah. Oh, hello, belly button.
Now someone who's doing a little dance for us. She looks like she has a nice personality. Liz Shanley, psych ward patient. She does. Not an RBF at all. Doesn't look like she would be over demanding. Like on a first date, she wouldn't cause a fight about something happening 2 years down the line of a theoretical. Oh, that bitch has got me so worked up. I mentioned her recently, but trying to start a fight with a theoretical girlfriend. Like I'm single. I do not need to consult a girlfriend about moving in 6 months. But relationships. Are you saying you want to stay in my life without going on a single date with me? That sounds like what you're working at.
Just trying to stay attached, yeah.
And the thing is, she did have a great rack. That is pretty amazing to have a personality just so that the tits, I won't even come once on them. I will not entertain you absolutely taking over my life.
Hi, Marka. I feel for
Not unless it's a kink type thing. See, that's people get kind of confused. That was a Bimmy type of thing that she wanted to do. She wanted to do and April Rolfe type of thing with my life, of that type of domination, not the domination where you come at the end. That's the one that I'm interested in the lady domination.
Yeah, that's definitely on the higher tier of the two. It sounds like, you were trying to be managed.
I don't mind having a manager or having a co-partnership going out there, but Findom is another one. Are you familiar with FINDOM?
Yes, I am. I'm very familiar with that. I caught some of the first viral videos of Twitch users or Twitch hosts literally like berating the chat. Like, if you don't have $5 to give me, how are you affording lunch tomorrow? You know, like that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Women just hearing the term Findom for the very first time will really put themselves out there. I'm into kink. I love being in charge, and Findom is my number one. Not my number one. In fact, not on my list. That's all the way down here at the bottom with littles, which, by the way, is way more popular than it should be. It's harder for me to go to a munch full of kinksters and find a dominant or a switch female than it is to find a goddamn little. You throw a rock and you will hit a little. Those are people who like to do age play. And this is me, who has weird kinks, trying my hardest not to kink shame you, you age play diaper wedding motherfucker.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the more strange ones to me. It seems a little,
and it's
I don't know, as bald as I am, I don't want to put it. Is it really? Is it so?
Yeah. That's another thing that made me say of this town. Trying to find people that I get along with, and the kinksters in the community. A lot of littles. Oh boy, are there some bisexual couples? Are there some men here that really want to experiment? And no, I would like to swap. I will be Eiffel Tower and high five with you. But no full on, no. So, yeah, been a very much a disappointment.
Okay,
to me, she has one of those faces that I can't tell if she's 46 or 28.
Yep. That's like the glasses took off 5 years. As soon as she took the glasses off, she looked like she was 28 again. Puts the glasses back on, 34.
I'm saying even without the glasses, without the glasses, she has one of these confusing faces to me, where I cannot pinpoint if you are a MILF or if you have just graduated with your PhD.
That's where you got to look. You always got to check the back of the hands and up under the neck. Those are the sort of indicators.
A. Smith likes her librarian look. Throw those glasses back on. The librarian look is completely gone without them. Thank you. See, she's a submissive. She does what she's told, even in video form. Bouncy, 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 bouncy.
There's something strange about this perspective. I don't know what's going on. It's like her head is back here, but her tits are in the front.
She's in the car.
Considerable distance.
She's got her camera on the dash, and her tits are so big, they're right there at the camera. So you don't see that POV often, even in porno shoots. You don't see the giant titty into small face. And I'm not sure what she was babbling on about, but once again, she was listening to music. And this, even though she's not being overly lewd about her boobs, it does make its way onto Perv Talk, the Perv compilation of TikTok.
I get
because they're
made
big
fun
boobs.
What are you doing to me?
I'm showing you the ladies.
You were talking about littles. Now I'm confused. She's
well,
little.
this is different. This is different than littles. A midget is a full-grown adult, and this isn't a case of Tiny Texie, where Tiny Texie looks like a fucking child. She has it looks like she's like a medical dwarf. Or is it a medical midget? Which one has the big head? It looks like she has like the adult-sized head on and those thighs. She does know
homunculus-style
where
body.
her she does know where her positives are.
For being a little person, well, everybody gets made fun of. You can be the most average, plain Jane person in the world, and other people will still find a reason to make fun of you. So,
Because she's plain Jane, silly. Basic looking bitch. Just blends right into the wall. See? Give me another one. Give me another one. Who else do you think is unmakefunnable here, Krista?
it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
Luigi Greenberg finding the positives and dating a midget person. Not a oh damn, now it does get confusing cuz yeah, I was talking about littles, and there's some little people who demand you call them little. I see where the confusion comes in. I would like to call you a midget. But some people say a medical difference between midgets and dwarfs is hateful against them somehow.
Yeah, I don't know. Midget is a much more pleasant word than dwarf. I think dwarf sounds like the more derogatory term. Midget just kind of sounds cute.
But they
Oh,
didn't
he's a
go
little
after
midget.
dwarf at all. They didn't care. That's just that's fine. Midget. Ooh.
So, real quick before we move on to, I watched a clip the other day that had Hornswoggle in it, and
The little
he
wrestler,
does
the
not.
little person wrestler. Yes.
Yes, thank you. He does not care for Peter Dinklage at all. Like, he was running his mouth. He was like, that dude fucking sucks, blah, blah, blah. He cost a lot of jobs because of that stupid Snow White movie, blah, 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 blah. I had no idea. He was like, dude, there are such limited amount of roles for midgets and little people in Hollywood. This dude is a fucking prick. I was like, wow. I didn't know it was like that deep. And he was like, there's literally like four of us. He said Hornswoggle, Wee Man, Warwick Davis, and Peter Dinklage. That's like it. You know what I'm saying? There's like no other.
And you can see
And
the
he's
pay
kinda right.
scale. Peter Dinklage is if you have millions of dollars. Hornswoggle is on the other end if you have a nice lunch, a nice fish lunch. I believe that got Mersh. That could get Hornswoggle over to your movie. And then,
Exactly.
right above him is Wee Man. You do need a good lunch and a good dinner for Wee Man. You can get away with just one good fish lunch for Hornswoggle.
Are you limited of doing anything?
He's asking if you can take it. Can you take it inside of you? Is what he wants to know.
I mean,
Yeah, I am curious of the logistics.
reaching the top shelf.
Oh, Bridget the Midget has talked about that. I think she had a scene with Lexington Steele, and he physically could not go all the way in her, or else he would kill her. He could fuck her to death with his giant cock. And
Yikes.
so she did a scene with him, but not all of them, because they wanted her to live and fuck another day.
But then I just go and get a step stool or climb on a chair or something, and then I can reach it. So, not really. Or you know what? I am limited to some things. I cannot go on certain roller coasters. There you go. Not that I would want to, because like some of them really scare me. Like, have you ever seen the roller coaster?
And now she's just babbling. This is actually making you less attractive as you go on about roller coasters. You could have
Well,
just left it there. I don't think this conversation is going to be great going forward.
I think that's typical women talk. Like, they just kind of do that. They'll get going on a topic and ramble on with it. Like, nobody.
Oh yes, we've got Kate. I introduced you to Stories by Kate a couple weeks ago, and I've had a 3 fucking minute long story just waiting to come out one of these days. But I'm like, I find it entertaining. Will the audience find it entertaining for 3 minutes? I might have to find a 2 minute story by Kate, so I don't get all in the deep end.
You'll run everybody away.
A. Smith did make me giggle with Dorf on sports and thinking of Dorf at different sororities. Dorf at it's the new sex series, which of course they did actually do. I say of course, like everyone remembers those when Belladonna and the gang went to actual sororities, not sororities, what's fraternities, and it was easy to get them to perform. I'm sure it was cheap ass fucking shoots going to the fraternities and like, all right, we get to fuck our fans. Come on, guys.
Oh boy. Yeah, that was probably a wild day on campus.
Now that we got that fun, back to this story that didn't seem to be going anywhere.
Posters like that have gone off the tracks, like some Final Destination stuff. That will never be me. Never.
I can't bring up any comments for a bit. There is a butt on screen. That was covered.
Yeah, she's working.
You know what's especially sexy about this girl? She's a felon.
Oh. Oh, we have some.
Y'all get into it. Everybody spam the jellyfish emote. Guys, it's embarrassing if y'all don't get into it. Like, I don't know if y'all even like this stuff.
That does take my mind right to more kink talk. Kink talk in the morning with Dylan and an unsuspecting guest. So
I'm slightly suspicious of you.
just a little. I do have to cut up the clip of me and Luigi doing a psychological breakdown on a couple. The skeptic and the pervert had their exact views, projecting it onto this nice, lovely couple. But what'd you say? If you're not into it, it's silly. That's what took me to the kink thoughts of if you're doing it for me and I see that you're not into it, it does take the fun out of it if you're not into it.
She's very energetic. That's a natural red.
She's free. She's out in the free world.
That's true. It's after spending a year in Danbury State Penitentiary for women.
Well, that's too long. I can't bring that chat up yet until the nice legs get out of the way. The lumberjack outfit. Unfortunately, I didn't see too much of the lumberjack this year. I think I only had her once, Tits Chopperson. Wasn't recording her with her tits out, chopping wood as much this year.
I was thinking about the Woods girls. Oh, I remember her too. This girl sort of weirds me out. She has like this blank stare face, but she knows what she's doing from the belly button down.
Yes, she does. The skeptic and the pervert. Luigi smells a sitcom. So this is a lady we indeed have seen before, and this is the whole gimmick.
Don't go in the woods. I'm not planning on it. I don't think I will.
Oh, she actually said something this time. I see. The chatter was flirting with her. Ooh,
Oh.
you'll get taken down in the woods.
Yeah, see, there you go. Now she knows what she's doing. Bam, right there. You see that little book? A little bit of this.
I got everything wrapped finally. There's so much crap. I'm so
Eckel, someone who has the same wank bag as you actually makes a bad wingman, especially if you look similar. You do have the no hair, and I have the lots of hair. So in theory, we would be going after different women. But if we've got the same exact wank bag, we're attracted to the same thing, and it's not going to be as easy talking the other one up as it's like this. I want this one. I want the goth clown lady.
Oh, well, In my case, I'm attracted to almost anything, so my bar is very low when it comes to women.
It is amazing. I say that about myself as well. That my it's across all little petite women. I could date a little person, not someone who's into the littles play, but the little midget woman we saw earlier. I could date that. I could date a 6'6" lady. 6'6". It is getting a little freakish at that point. Let's. I probably top out at 6'3" to where it's pretty tall. But the yeah, here in somewhere it's the only the ladies I'm unattracted to that are interested in me. When I've got a 55-year-old that I was attracted to, she got an ugly 80-year-old haircut, and I was fucking done. Like it's. This town is such a dick tease. That's why I'm looking at you, Atlanta. And could be other places. I could make this a contest for a few months. Win me over to your neck of the woods.
I was just reading Reddit this morning, and there was a whole thing, like a super long thread about where do you get the best coffee, and that's one of the things that I like about Cleveland. Like we know coffee, we know restaurants. You know, there's like some good things, but trying to break into entertainment's kind of rough.
That's why this time around, I still have my SAG card. I just paid my dues for no reason. I thought I was only going to be here a year, but then I was like, it's cheap as fuck. Let's put away some money and do nothing and save some money. So it's cheap as fuck out here. And so SAG card, yes. Behind the scenes, I've got much more interest in. I've talked about my game show. I've kind of developed a version to be a stage show as well. But the local theater community here, I just don't vibe with them. That was one of the reasons I changed hours for a bit. Now here I am back at 11 a.m. Eastern rather than 11 p.m. Eastern, because it's like, darn it, what you're doing here, it's great, but I would do it completely different. And could you take the gay down by 11%? 11. That's why
11.
Pride is suffering this year in America, because you're loud and proud 12 months out of the year. You need to be proud at a moderate volume for about 9 months out of the year for the loud to really take effect. It's just another day. You've been as loud June 9th as you were on February 8th. So loud and proud for Pride Month and the 2 surrounding months. Proud at a moderate volume for the rest of the year, and I think you could win some more fans.
Nice. Yes, I agree. Your point about being quiet for the other, 11 months, that's a good point.
You don't even need to be quiet. At a moderate volume, saying to be quiet does send wrong signals to shut the fuck up. You only get homo month. Moderate volume.
But more like to the antithesis of that point, though, I haven't run into as many foppish gay men as I used to, like back in the day. There would be guys everywhere. Like they would be, and always with the voice, very strange and very high pitch all the time. Like I don't see that as much anymore. Like there's no gay accent anymore.
When I worked in a small town in Maryland, and there was a coworker that came out of the closet, and he just talked like a normal dude until he started getting more and eventually it was the absolute antithesis of the cliche gay voice that he had all the time. And it's just odd to see that transformation, that you didn't have this voice and you have it to such an extreme now. Oh my goodness, girl.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens, but I think that there was like a gay phase of that. Like the whole G part of the LGBT went through an identity crisis.
Annie is late and fat. Just time for my homosexual voice. Thank you very much, Annie. You're allowed to be loud and proud this month. Be loud at a moderate volume. I think that is a good campaign. Proud at a moderate volume. I said loud at a moderate volume, didn't I? Proud at a moderate volume.
Proud at a moderate volume. Yes, that's
August through April. August to April, you do it at a modest voice, and you're going to win someone back, I swear.
Shut up, Pineapple.
From Indiana.
I do like
Indiana,
Eccles' joke
okay.
that he couldn't figure out if the bit has been dropped or not, but you are covering up the labia, so I can't leave that up for too long. So yeah, you did get confirmation. This is an Indiana gal. You can find her in her driveway, sitting in her car, 3 hours a day.
Yes.
I know, Snake, it's craziness. I'll be watching myself,
Hey.
telling them that it's not the real life, or that it is the real life, if they're on the right account. And they just don't listen. They're still talking to me in there as if I'm live.
So she was just complaining at the end there of people restreaming. Because why
Yeah,
wouldn't
you
you?
were
Why
talking
wouldn't you
about that.
steal that and just put it up and have simps just gift you things? That's an easy steal right there.
Absolutely.
And I meant to create
I'm
a
thinking about
banner. We are going to go over to Rumble in about
came prepared.
30 minutes and do a little watch along. Last week was really fun coming across a That Guy actor. We love talking about That Guy actors. And there was, I forget his name already. We looked it up. And the principal, the authority asshole showed up in both. That was fun.
That was unintentional too. Like, that was really neat that happened. Because, like you mentioned, I definitely pay attention to those guys. I always like to see, and he is one of them. If you saw his face, I can't remember his name, like you said, people in chat be like, oh, I know that guy from that show. He was on Glee or some shit. I looked at his IMDb. He was in like one episode of every fucking television show ever made, and does a lot of voiceover work.
He was working, like getting to the early 90s. That's not Sperg. That's Sperg. Getting to the early 90s, he was working a lot. There's a lot of more of those working actors and the Twilight Zone is another one that Shatner was there twice. Why can't I think of Mickey's name? He's in my
I know.
At the eye.
Yeah. He there was another guy that did a couple episodes.
Burgess Meredith,
was,
Mickey, cut the eye. Everyone knows the episode where he just wants to be left alone with his books. But there's another one that's actually my favorite, The Obsolete Man with Burgess Meredith.
Oh, I don't remember that one off by title. I do know. I remember the book one. Somebody mentioned Echo mentioned Futurama because Death by Snoo Snoo. They did a parody of that one where it's like, his glasses break. I can still read the large print books, and then his eyes fall out. At least I can use Braille, and then like his hands fall off.
And then his tongue just falls out.
Yeah.
The scary door.
Yeah, that's right.
I do believe I forgot once again to put this link in the description of the YouTube video, but we will have it scrolling towards the bottom, as I meant to have for the entire show. Looks like we'll have time for one more set of compilation madness that I have. The title sake, The Cruel and Unusual Roach Repellent, is on this one. So I want to make sure that I get this one in instead of going to another one. Got to get the namesake in. That's happened to a few podcasters who I think. What was it? Carl of WATP named a few who are these socials after something he never got to. So it's like, I want it to be the main event, but let's not have the main event at the end in case we run long. So that's what we have here. Oh, and it's straight out of the box. This is the Roach Cruel and Unusual Roach Repellent that is mentioned in the title. Thank you, folks, for dropping in. King of all diffs getting in. Why does Rumble have a video code? I don't know. That's that's what they give me. That's what they tell me. This is what it is on Rumble. They're such odd folks. So the Roach getting let out of his Roach cage here.
Jesus Christ.
Who's your mother, you bad cockroach?
That learned
Dude,
him.
that's a big ass roach.
You got to learn the biggest of them all. And cruel and unusual, but not lethal. So all you PETA people, this is just a training device to get the roach to retreat the fuck out of here.
Who's your mother, you bad cockroach?
Oh, and you know it's
That's
fun.
fascinating.
Looks like I have a typo. Watch along ETH Sperg snake, and that made it to the link over to Rumble. So it's a watch along ETH Sperg snake.
Yeah, I know. I saw my name in there. I thought that was weird.
That's how
Rumble's
they.
strange.
Yeah, that's Rumble for you.
On top. No.
So it's just gonna happen again. That little kitten's gonna get pushed around by machines for the rest of his days until he's the size of these battle cats. I had a vague memory of this commercial. Do you remember? I believe it is indeed called Battle Cats. And after Power Rangers, in the middle of Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they sold these Battle Cats sets.
I remember after He-Man, there was a lot of toys that were trying to take that place. Good times between the late 80s and early 90s. We had some great toys.
I do recall SWAT Cats in the late 90s. I don't think that really caught on with toys, but it was a fun anime-ish action cartoon on Cartoon Network in between Dexter's Laboratory and Johnny Bravo.
Yes, well, SWAT Cats was pretty action-packed.
Okay, you remember it. There was Mayor Manx, and I don't remember anybody else. But I definitely ripped off the idea, and I had a little composition notebook. So just I forget how I made it different, but it was just SWAT Cats. There was an episode where they went to space. Actually, I think the SWAT Cats went to space once, didn't they? I feel like when the team, when the cat army was rising to go up against this enemy, they had to back off. But the SWAT Cats, from a junkyard, building all this from spare parts in a junkyard, their jet was able to ascend higher up into the atmosphere.
I remember them being jet pilots.
Yeah, that's what it was. They were in the military, and the corrupt general, get out of here, you two rogues, how dare you save lives. And then they made their own jet from broken parts in a junkyard.
Oh, that's cool. Glow in the dark. So basically you could dress your cats up. This is like the best outfit dressing for an animal I've seen. It's not like putting your dog in a Santa outfit.
I don't think the cat here in this house, Rue, would not put up with this shit. Cats don't like this. This is a way to get bloody arms.
Look at his face.
Trying to throw this stuff on here.
He's already upset. Look at him. He's like, what the fuck?
And this is a cat actor, mind you. They can put up with more than regular cats. So I don't know how you're going to get that on Fluffy.
Imagine a world in which you go to a concert
Oh shoot!
and the artist.
Sorry, there. I got my windows all mixed up because I wanted to talk about more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle clones. Battletoads, the video game, of course, kicked fucking ass. They tried to get that as a TV show, I think, and it just never took off. Biker Mice from Mars. I remember the previews. I was starting to get a little older. What the fuck was I watching at that point? I guess horror movies. That the getting into horror movies.
Sounds right.
That's kid stuff. That biker mice from Mars. I'm gonna watch Friday the 13th Part 5 and see the best titties of the entire series.
King of all diffs, it's Street Sharks. That was the one I wanted to squeeze in there on top of SWAT Cats, Battletoads, Biker Mice from Mars, Street Sharks. And I also liked Pirates of Dark Water and the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon when I was real little.
I don't remember the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. King of all
Awful.
diffs, going in a very different direction. Two Cats, One Woodchipper is the show that he's pushing for.
That's not nice.
Battletoads pilot episode. I did see the Bubsy pilot episode, and that was
Oh,
only
boy.
recently because I remember getting that. I think it was a birthday present, the Bubsy on Genesis, and it had in there coming soon the Bubsy cartoon, and it never came on TV because the pilot was fucking awful.
Wow. Yeah, I've never seen a Bubsy cartoon. I'm gonna have to look that up.
There's just the one, and there's only one for a reason. But while we're looking for entertainment, we do have a live puppet show. We've seen puppet karaoke from Captain Jen E on, I believe she does Twitch mainly. TikTok is another one. But Sophie Tro, I believe you pronounce it, is fucking on tour with her singing puppet here.
Playing whips out a puppet that they made of themselves. Okay? And then the puppet sings all the background vocals on the songs. Imagine this artist is going on tour. You don't have to imagine. I didn't say it.
Told myself I told you so.
Actual concert footage.
To let you go. Never been a bigger man. Always let it end like this. Hiding underneath my skin. Always wanna try again. Loving me to lose in bed.
But doesn't
Sounds like any
terrible.
other old pop music that your girlfriend would like. I'm going to take you to a puppet show and fuck you afterwards is something that you usually don't think.
Very true.
But here, you've got a powerful young woman on tour with her puppets. And we've got another young woman here. She's taking the place this week of Jay Devil. Jay Devil, I am quite a fan of, who reads books from Truly Tasteless Joke Books. He's not here this week. I did just do some more screen recording of him doing a speed date, so I hope you do more of those in the next 10 days when TikTok may go away again. If not, I've got a back catalog to at least keep this shit running for the rest of the year until I figure out a new source of madness from the internet. Oh, I love this algorithm. Lemon 8. Apparently that's powered by TikTok, so hopefully it will have similar madness and fun little jokes like Athena Sky is giving us here.
What does an escalator say when it stops working?
Stop staring.
Nothing, it just stares.
Points for Sperg Snake.
That's
What do you call
Mitch
a deaf guy?
Hedberg joke.
They just
Temporarily
become
stairs.
Stairs. Yes, it is. They can never be broken. They're only sorry for the convenience.
It's
Let's
his
see,
delivery.
this-
It's so good. Sorry.
And that's the thing that absolutely kills Jay Devil's jokes is his delivery. He needs to Jackie Martling it up, and maybe he could get us laughing. How did Helen Keller's parents punish her when she was a child? They left the toilet plunger in the toilet. I wasn't supposed to double up on toilet there. My stupid mind said toilet instead of plunger. So I just abandoned my long Jackie laugh. Take it away, Athena.
What do you call a deaf gynecologist?
A deaf gynecologist. This has to do with Braille.
Yeah, I have no clue. I no guesses.
A lip reader.
It's something to do with Braille. There you go.
Dogs can't operate an MRI machine. But cats can?
She has her own fuck yeah chippa there with the snaps
Yeah,
and
that's
showing
what
her
that.
tits. Let me snap and show the cleavage. That's my fuck yeah chippa.
You can't plant any flowers if you haven't bought any.
Stop hating yourself. You're being homophobic.
I feel
There's
like
a
I
whole
might need-
rash of CRT heads. It's crazy.
I haven't seen them as much. I was getting a whole bunch of CRT heads a few months back, and I haven't seen them as much. So that was a fad that just had a little bit of a flame to it. Didn't catch the world on fire.
I like this outfit though. This one looks right.
Yeah, Braille is for blind people, not deaf people.
Oh, that went
King
right
of
over
all
my
gifts.
head. I missed it too.
Pointing out how much of a loser hack I am, which is probably why I gave J Devil points for his Rubik's Cube joke last week, and Luigi was like, "Do not give him points for that Rubik's Cube joke. It does not make sense."
I used to be afraid of gardening, but then I grew a pair.
The last thing I want to do.
Okay. I'll give the
that
awkward
is-
silence at the end. That was worth it.
That is her style, and I think her style definitely blows J Devil out of the water, because every single one of her jokes is of the quality and a similar delivery to him, but she always keeps in like 10 to 30 seconds of just, and it works.
Just let it hang there, like the pear.
The last thing I want to do is hurt you.
Why is it on your list?
It's the last thing!
Just a quick sketch there. The last thing I want to do is hurt you. And luckily, we're finished, because it's the last thing. I've done everything I wanted to do to you. I hope you did everything you wanted to do to me.
Yes, that's right. And it's right after cleaning the bathroom is chopping you up and hurting you.
The Rubik's Cube joke was terrible, Luigi. You're correct. I wanted to give him points for a very edgelord. All the jokes he had last week were edgelord, a very edgelord punchline. But then you were like, no, that doesn't sync up. Just like me saying he's reading Braille. The deaf guy is going to read Braille, obviously. Duh.
I missed it too. I would have gladly had corrected you.
Deaf people could
You
read
ableist
Braille.
prick.
He's going above and beyond. It's like See No Evil, Hear No Evil with Pryor and Gene Wilder. The deaf guy learned to read Braille. He went above and beyond to accommodate his buddy. Not in the movie. I'm talking about See No Evil, Hear No Evil, Speak No Evil, the sequel that never got produced.
No.
Nice pair of boobs in that movie, too. I'm my own Mr. Skin. It was also fun meeting a couple ladies out in Los Angeles, the background ladies, who did have a Mr. Skin article written of them, and he spoke highly of her tits, and I think he said something of her bush, but she mentioned everyone wore merkin to help cover up anything. The hair was okay. It was, Playboy. We're doing hair here. We're not Hustler. We're not going lower lip here. Only upper lip.
Yeah, that was one of the movies that I watched repeatedly as a teenager, and I don't remember anything about it, but it was The People versus Larry Flint. And I specifically remember when they were doing the first Hustler photo shoot thing, and they couldn't show what they were showing in the photos, but he's like, no, move your leg over a little bit more and do this. It was like, oh, dude. But I like it went from Playboy to Hustler, and it was just like we're gonna get it was like just move over just a little bit, just show them lips a little bit more, like that kind of thing. And I was like, oh god.
I don't have a lot of memories of the People versus Larry Flint. I do remember Woody Harrelson. I think it was around the same time that Kingpin was out, and
Yes,
I
very
just
close.
associate those around the same era of Woody Harrelson when he was good old Roy Munson and wheelchair bound
Wheelchair Larry Flint
and Hustler magazine. It's like a Mr. Plinkett voice. I don't know how I know.
It was very much a Mr. Plinkett. Oh, man.
My Larry Flint.
I'm gonna have to look for
Mr.
clips later. Oh, I'm
my
sorry.
Mr. Plinkett. They're the same. And we've got Luigi Greenberg dropping some fun movie trivia. The great set of boobs from See No Evil, Hear No Evil was Joan Severance. I can only think of her in one other movie off the top of my head. That was the Hulk Hogan WWF movie, No Holds Barred. She was the love interest in that as well. Kevin Spacey, before he got all Kevin Spacey as the bad guy, and Norm Macdonald. I do love little horseshit movie trivia, and actually, this does lead in. I had another clip prepared. Do you know the Dexter universe, the Dexter storyline at all?
A little bit. Like, I know he is a blood splatter analyst / serial killer, and so he's like, it's like a cop who's a crook at the same time. Like, he's supposed to be investigating these murders and helping him solve the crime, but in fact, he's really committing most of them.
He's. I won't get into the ins out and what have yous. I recommend watching Dexter's season 1, 2, and 4. Very much like Ned Flanders. Thank you, God, for sweating to the oldies. 1, 2, and 4. Season 3, sure, why not? Season 5 isn't bad. It's just not of the quality of season 4. The rest is fucking dog shit. They did a Dexter New Blood with his
I heard
son
that stunk.
in the future. I found it phenomenally bad. It was one of those train wrecks that I watched it in like 2 days, 2.5 days maybe. I couldn't turn it off. Not because it was so riveting, because it was so unfathomably bad. It made me question whether Dexter season 1, 2, and 4 are worth it at all. And maybe I need to go back this. Is this what the show has been? Has Better Call Saul now thrown me off onto what an actually good show is, that I shouldn't recommend this at all? So that is what Dexter New Blood left me feeling. And they've since continued Dexter First Kill, something like that. They've got a prequel series. And the little I saw of it, I enjoyed it. I'm going to have to give it an actual chance. It looked like they were doing good. So they have Dexter Resurrection is coming up. At the end of Dexter New Blood, he died. And then they fumbled the ending twice. They fumbled it on the original run terribly. Let's not end on a sour note. Let's get this one revival series, New Blood. And you heard me, just all around, fucking awful. So Resurrection is happening. I believe it's going to be some of Dexter somehow not being dead, escaping, and some flashbacks. So here is a little preview of some of those flashbacks.
All right, you got me. I ordered some furniture from Thailand. I was waiting for it to be delivered.
So, judging by that trailer, do you expect to see gay Dexter and his interracial relationship in the new Resurrection?
That's exactly what they look like they were promoting.
Well, that's an AI trailer.
Yeah,
that will not be happening.
That's been the trendy thing, is making people kiss. That should probably not be. I've seen a few people make out with each other that I regret. Somebody did that with Joey C and his wife and other. Oh, it was Lou and Christina. And I just
it seemed to be like the default of AI, and then it's like, oh, they're directing it to make people kiss.
Human beings are terrible. We're terrible as people. We get a new toy like AI, and immediately we start doing gross stuff with it.
I disagree with season 5 being garbage, Luigi. Season 5 is season 3 quality. So those are the tiers. On the Dexter tier list, up at the top, 1, 2, and 4. Second down, 3 and 5. Then on the pure garbage tier is everything else.
I'm gonna have to give Dexter a watch. I do appreciate Dexter's Lab.
That was one of the originals. I think that won the cartoon off, and then they were like, or at least they made a show of it. Oh yeah, it was a Space Ghost Coast to Coast Christmas special where they had a cartoon. No. I'm confusing the two Lost Space Ghost episodes. The Christmas special was different than the cartoon show offs. I think the winners of Dexter's Laboratory won it by doing a hula dance because they were like, it's a tie. We need a tiebreaker. You win with a hula dance.
Yay. Yeah, I remember the cartoon competition. It was that, Johnny Bravo, although Jenny Teretovsky, like, based cartoons. Like, that guy was owning Cartoon Network for a long time.
Yucky Duck should have won that What a Cartoon show. I remember the name. I'm drawing a blank. I remember Courage in that cartoon finalist show, and that was the one I was like, I want to see more of that. And I think Cow and Chicken got the green light before Courage, but that was a fun little like semi-acid trip, like a micro-dosing trip. Cartoon Network early. Two Stupid Dogs I didn't realize was TBS at first.
Was it?
To me, that was always a Cartoon Network show. But reading Wikipedia, I think there was under 30 episodes of Two Stupid Dogs, and failed on TBS, so ship it over to the Cartoon Channel.
Yeah, no, and Brad Garrett was the larger, dumber dog in that.
Yes.
I don't know who did the small dog, but
his voice would pop up every now and then, and I immediately, when he became Raymond's brother, I'm like, it's the voice. He was one of the 3 little pigs in the Tales from the Crypt cartoon episode,
nice.
Which we're going to be watching. Well, not that exact episode, but Tales from the Crypt. Actually, the Arnold episode. Arnold directed it, and he's in the wraparound. He's talking to the Crypt Keeper. He didn't want to be on the show. He wanted to direct, and they're like, all right, meet us in the middle. You're not acting in the horror portion. Just interact with the puppet. Yeah. So, an Arnold Schwarzenegger directed episode coming up on Rumble. It's scrolling along on the bottom there, the link. I should throw it in the chat as well.
I gotcha.
And I'm foolish and didn't put it in the description of the video, and I will do that next week. At least it isn't a separate stream. I forgot to start streaming on Rumble last week because that
was funny.
There's an extra step involved with Rumble where there isn't on other. Not currently streaming on Twitch. I have a We're on Rumble video. It's boobs. I've got a little clip from TikTok, and someone snuck some boobs on TikTok. So our little pre-show on Rumble only is going to have boobs in it. I made sure not to stream to Twitch today because I have this boobs clip.
Excellent.
And I guess I should pull it up. We're talking about going over. I should prepare to go over. And if I had someone on the drops, hopefully they would know that that's the point to put the Spaceballs prepare to drop.
I don't have it.
I had so much fun with finding drops. In the nerd book, James Rolfe's a movie making nerd. It became such fun to go and check out the go and find the drops rather. Like once it was too much torture. Like I would sometimes just make notes get audio clip here, but when the book became too much torture and I need a fucking break from James Rolfe talking about himself. All right, let's go find those clips. Let's go find that
Sorry, it's real
Spaceballs.
subtle.
Let's go. I remember the Tony Soprano one. What are you, fucking stupid or something? Was one that I actually settled on. I forget the original calling someone stupid I was looking for, but once I found Tony Soprano's, what are you, fucking stupid or something? Yes, that's the one. Oop, I'm over here. Can I edit the? Can I throw in? Yep, there we go. Edit description. Bam, save description. So now it'll be in the description as well. Any folks checking out the video over on YouTube can see the description and click on that link, as has been scrolling down there. And Captain Miserable, I don't remember Uncle Adolf. Oh, my friend used to draw it in 7th grade science class. It made me laugh so hard. The teacher moved my desk next to hers.
The first part, not so much. That last thing where the teacher moves, bring your desk up here next to mine. Fuck. And you're just sitting for the rest of the semester. You're just sitting like adjacent to the teacher next to nobody because you can't shut up or leave other people alone around you. I was terrible in school. I was such a terrible student.
You son of a bitch. All right, I've got it lined up. We're going to continue on Rumble. Those of you folks already on Rumble, like A. Smith, you can just stay right there. And we are going to come over there. Come. Watch your hair. We're coming over there. You've got your warning. I tapped you on the head so as not to catch you off guard with a...
What'd you tap me on the head with? Yeah, right.
So
wake up.
We're gonna be over there for a little bit longer. Thank you for joining. Join us on Rumble.
The fool goes there on the seat, inked in the wall with shades of green. Laughing loud, causing sweet destruction, building worlds of knowledge. People whispers in his ear, guided through with the fear. Hey, Billy, it's a thrill. Last and dance, just take it still. Find your joy, let chaos reign. In your heart, feel the feel the body, let it flow. Don't hold back, just let it go. Life is short, so feel the night. Jump aboard this crazy ride.